Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As you all know, I'm trying to make my channel about balance, family, and of course, improving my leadership skills. And one of the things that I did as far as health is concerned, I made as many doctor appointments for one particular day. I took off from work, and I'm proud to say that I do have a health issue that is manageable long as I'm doing my part. And so I went and got my checkup. I also got my flu shot. I got my third COVID booster shot. I got my blood work done. And so I would encourage all of you all to not neglect your health. If you feel something funny, go ahead and just be more conscientious of getting that checked out. I'm speaking from experience because it can make something more worse than what it has to be. And please remember, you don't take care of yourself, you can't help take care of others. So having said that, today's video I'm pretty geeked about because I already filmed it, and it was for me very touching and a really good bonding moment with quite a few of my teammates. And what we did is we created a new vision for our reading department of the folks that I work with. And I'm going to show you the behind the scenes as I was watching the video. And I realized that I didn't explain the posters that I was showcasing to my teammates. So I want to show you all that this morning. I hope you're having a great day. And if not, smile, listen to a cool song, look at a funny video on TikTok. Don't let anyone steal your joy. All right, guys, I'll see you in a second. Okay, guys, so one of the things that I did before I created my mission and vision PD, I made sure that I explained and defined what those actual words mean. Because I will be frank, those words kind of mishmash together for me. And one of the things that I hate is when you go to a training and people really don't define exactly what it is that they're looking for. And it gets to the point where like, can you just tell me what you want me to do? So to avoid that confusion, I first defined exactly the difference between the two, just in case there are folks out like there like myself who really didn't get the difference. So I made sure to define what a mission is and what a vision is. And the mission, guys, is basically the plan of what your goal is. And the vision is your inspiration behind the plan. So we first discussed this part, which you will see in the video. And then I created another chart. And this chart was, let me get it for you, the why. And I think it was very moving for me because right now education is difficult to be in, just to be frank. And for folks who've been in it for years, or our young people who have a lot of opportunities to change fields and do something else, I wanted to know why they remain an educator, not became one, but remain an educator. And I asked, what was their dream for their students that they serve? What does success look like for the students that they serve? And what do you believe about the students that we serve? And you will see their answers in the upcoming video. And then lastly, I created this particular chart after we did some discussion and we created our own vision statements. We reviewed what we noticed that is similar to what we're saying to each other, what is too repetitive or sounds like everyone else, because I didn't want to look like we were a carbon copy of a lot of other reading teams. And I wanted to make sure that we sound hopeful. So what you're going to see, I'm coming a little closer, is a breakdown of all of those pieces that you see on this particular chart, how my team reacted to it. If you have any questions or concerns or some upgrades, please leave it in the comments section below. I'm looking forward to hearing some feedback. And having said that, up next, you will see the video. Thank you for coming. I am so grateful for having you all to help me create our new vision for the reading department. One, we've made leaps and bounds last year. We went from an F to a B, and it was our greatest growth in the past 4 years. So we're on the right track. So I know that we all want to get to the letter grade A, and with our commitment, we can make that happen. So the purpose of today's meeting is to create a new vision for the reading department of our school, and we can share with our teammates and get their input as well. Y'all ready? All right. So one of the things I was thinking about when I was assigned this task was, what is the real difference between a mission and a vision? And a mission defines the goals and how we will reach them, and it's basically the plan, what we're going to do as a collective to make it happen. But the vision statement is where you hope to be in the future. It is the inspiration or aspiration. And so when people see the vision statement, they're going like, oh, that's what they really want to do. Am I making sense? So the questions I want you all to ponder and keep in mind: why do you continue to be an educator? What made you say, you know what, I could have done other things, people are recruiting me to do other things. What is it about education that I still love? So for me, I love when I see the light click. And you realize that a student got it. It's like, okay, that's it. That automatically energizes me. And another one that I feel cool about is that out of my 22 years of experience, I meet students that are similar but never alike. Every child is really unique, and it's just the testament of the uniqueness of people and children. So that is my why. So take a minute, and I want you to ponder, what is your why to stay in education? Who's ready?
I became an educator to create opportunities, or to give my students opportunities that they otherwise wouldn't know.
Ooh, create opportunities. Write that down, please. Okay, create opportunities. Love it. And one of the reasons why I selected you all, because you all come from different backgrounds, you're different nationalities and different ages, and I really wanted to make sure that we have a diverse opinion when we create this vision. So create opportunities, beautiful. How about you, Mr. Gonzalez?
Well, I'm always seeing what motivates me, the students, is their reflection. Most of the students that I have, a reflection of who I was, I guess, and having that someone to guide them, help them, and hopefully in the future become successful, productive citizens. That to me is really my ultimate, my vision that I see in the future.
I like that.
And so when I see them being successful, that's what really keeps me.
So a part of what I'm hearing you, when you see your students, you also see yourself.
I see myself.
And you want to be the push to make them go forward.
Exactly, and for example, in my case, I really didn't have anybody to help me or support me or guide me.
Yeah.
You know, I did not see any feature that I had. They were there, but there was no connections.
Got it. No personal connection.
No.
Same for you.
Right.
Ah, that's ooh,
And that
y'all.
to me, I make sure that I do create those connections and help them be successful. If there's an opportunity, like this also was saying, if it means attending an academy, okay, what do I need to do to help these kids? Because I probably could have been one of those students that, if was given that opportunity, or a teacher helping me
Yeah.
to get to that
Next level.
level.
Yes.
So now I have the opportunity to make it happen with my kids, my students. That to me is really interesting.
Love it. Write that down. All right, your turn.
I like the challenge of resharpening the tools in my tool bag to adapt to the changing environment of helping kids be successful.
Okay.
And
Sharpen your own tool.
Things keep changing, and like this year we have a behavior unit.
Yes.
That's a new change for me.
Yes.
I'm learning some things from them that would like really difficult, challenging to work with students. But so I like the challenge of kind of having to resharpen the tool bag to adapt to changes and helping kids be successful.
Okay, put that on the sheet because we're going to combine all of this. So what is your dream for your students at the end of the school year, and you say to yourself, all right, I did that. What's your dream?
So for me, it looks different based on the student. maybe for some students, I want them to finally have the confidence to raise their hand in class. For some students, it might be that small victory. Maybe they just were a little bit more timid and shy. Maybe for another student, it might be for them to finally pass a test. And then I'll be like, okay, so small victories, depending on the student, maybe now they know how to calm themselves down if they're upset. So I want everybody to be better than they were when they started. So my dream is for some type of growth in each student.
Perfect. Mr. Gonzalez, what are your thoughts on that?
I like what you're talking about as far as growth.
Growth.
Because every student is different and there are different levels. And so I think the idea is to see some growth. But I think also what's important is having specific goals.
Goals, yeah.
In life that they continue. So I guess in my case I would say goals and specific goals. And to me, kids have a sense of understanding that you can have a specific goal and you can reach that goal. You can reach that goal.
You can make it.
Through hard work, dedication. You can be successful.
Okay, put it down. How about you, my love?
Yeah, I think from a counselor standpoint, seeing kids thrive and being able to use self-control
Yeah.
in becoming successful and contributing to our society
Yes.
in a positive way.
Yes, positive. Because I was reading an article the other day and it was about the loneliness of men and how young men are feeling more isolated and what that means for the future of society. And I was like, whoo. So I would, and they said that one of the biggest mistakes we did was shutting down schools. I see that myself because the behavior was dramatically different when they returned. And it's now it feels like we're getting back on a normal footing. So if people did not know the value of public education prior to COVID, they understand it now. Okay. Now, and the last two questions is, what does success look like and what do you believe about our students? So what is similar to what your dreams are. So your success is them either creating a goal or achieving a personal goal that you help them set for the year. Is that what we're saying? And then letting them have the courage and giving them a plan to reach their future goals. Is that what we're saying? When we say success and dream? Which I think.
Yeah, being able to accomplish something. Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like a confidence. Sometimes it's like, I don't see anybody that looks like me who's done it before. You all seen those I'm on TikTok, Miss Owens, I blame her, she got me addicted. And you see these videos of Ariel and the young black girls. It's like, oh my God. I mean, it makes you want to cry. But it's because they saw a cartoon character that looks like them singing, and you can't hide the joy factor. So, okay. And what do you believe about our students?
Like if they're given certain conditions, their basic needs are met, then they can be successful.
How about you?
Well, I mean, as far as being successful, yes, they can be successful. You can come from a specific background where you don't have the opportunity, but here I think we can create those opportunities for them so they can be successful.
Oh, I love what you said, create the opportunities. What about you, my love?
Yeah, I believe that our students can be very successful and seem to have a willingness to want to be successful too. They seem to be, they have that energy and that they're kind of goal driven. They want to succeed.
Yeah, it seems like this group, I'm just kind of geeked about it. It's like they have a little bit more self-motivation. It's not as, it doesn't feel such a struggle to make the goal. Like, no, you can win. We can do this. So I totally agree. All right, guys, go ahead. Put your final thoughts on your sheet, and then I want to share with you all some vision statements of a couple of businesses that I printed. I have Nike, Tesla, I'm mad at him, Women's Center. And let's see, Guru and Spotify. And then I want you all to tell me what you noticed, and then we'll change. So let's give a few minutes for that. And anything that you see in another person's vision that you like, feel free to add it to your own form. Take another minute or so. What is jumping off the page for you? What do you read so far that you like, I'm impressed with what they wrote?
I noticed that they all use like the similar words and phrases like create, give, can do, through. So like you can say through education, equal for all. Those type of words. We give them something, and then for all or equal.
All right. How about you, Mr. Gonzalez? What have you been observing?
The same thing. I'm going to use to celebrate this mission, to celebrate a week.
Yes, celebrate. And we're Ace Campus, and that's right, the first letter of the acronym. How about you, Mr. Benjamin?
Yeah, I kind of ditto everybody else. With the create, give, everybody being equal, accelerate.
For me, I agree. I was looking at enable. I thought that was a good verb. And to feel part of, because often that's what some kids are missing, to feel part of something. So let's take a minute. I want you all to create your own vision statement of what you've read and thought about as a team. And we're not looking for perfectionists, and we're just going to blend it together. Does that sound good?
Now, it's like for the school?
Yes.
For Maple Line?
For Maple Line, not for the district, for us right here.
Okay.
All right. And then I'll trace these four just in case you like any of the words.
Yeah, ours could probably use some revision.
Yes, sir.
But
Step out of the way. All right, guys, I appreciate your thoughts. And remember, we're just working as a team. I'm not expecting perfection because whatever you put down is coming from the heart. So having said that, who would like to share out first? And let's get some ideas rolling. Come on, Benjamin, we go with you.
yeah, I put, okay, this is a start. It's a start.
Yeah.
Our mission is to create a thriving learning environment where all children can learn and grow to become productive members of society.
I like it. Okay, this is some snaps. That's good.
Simple.
Yes, because we don't want it to be so long where people are like, oh, I forgot what they were trying to say. Because that can't get to a paragraph.
Discover their iniquities or something like iniquities. What?
I was when I was going through this assignment and I was looking at other companies' visions. Marriott had one really cool one. It was like with a Marriott way, where the expectation is they already meet the expectations, and so it's the Marriott way. And I was like, wow, that's memorable. Okay, so having said that, how about you, Ms. Dawson? Dun, 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 dun.
Given the opportunity to prosper through technology, resources, leadership, and kindness, students can demonstrate growth and excel in the world.
Ooh, I like that.
Mhm.
Let me read that. Let me see that here.
Hey.
Given the opportunity to prosper, that's the word. And we're saying through technology, resources, leadership, and kindness, students will be able to demonstrate growth and excel in the world.
Oh, come on with the vocabulary. All right, let's give us some snaps. That was good. Excellent. All right, come on, Mr.
What they
Gonzalez.
could come up with, I guess, just to create a positive environment for a community of students together, and provide many learning opportunities, and to create a productive citizens of our community.
One, I love the fact that you said a committee, because it has to be that closeness. We have to know we're in this together. First of all, let's give it up for Mr. Gonzalez, come through. And I noticed that a lot of you all have some things that's overlapping. So what we noticed that is similar. One, we got community, I was saying committee. Also, we said environment, so we know we want to use those words. And productive, I noticed a lot of you all had that on there as well. We agree to that? So we know we want to create an environment. We want to have a community, and we want to make sure our students are productive in a positive way. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, how we feel about that so far? Making sense? Okay, so I'm going to take your yellow sheets, I'm going to put it together, and then I'll send you an email this afternoon for us to wrap up our final thoughts, because I know our time is waning. Thank you all so much for coming today. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, I have now resourced all of the teachers' input. I have their vision statements on the vision statement chart. One just fell down, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put it all together and get their final approval this afternoon. See you soon.